Hi, this is Annika from Flowerstone Frame and Art Studio, and we're here with Carter Larson. He's the featured artist for July in the gallery. And we're here looking at some of his pieces, getting ready for the show, just got it all hung up, and wanted to ask you some questions about your art. So the pieces you have here, they're not all recent.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them were done a while ago by you. Why don't you tell us about when you started doing art?
I kind of started getting into it around like 7th or 8th grade when just like I was in an art class. Like the art teacher was just like a good guy, kind of like gave like a lot of good direction and everything on artwork.
I love that.
So
I love a
cool.
good mentor,
Mm-hmm.
a good art teacher. I had
Yeah.
one too, so it really inspires you to get things done. So 7th or 8th grade,
Mm-hmm.
and this year you're going to be a senior, but
Mm-hmm.
you're graduating early
Yeah, I'm graduating in January.
So that's cool. So over the years then you've done quite a few different things as you
Mhm.
find your style and
Yeah.
what you love. So what have you kind of landed on?
I really do like photography recently. I've been like working on that a lot more and kind of just like being able to capture like the moments and being able to kind of like create beauty with that is cool too. But I also have really been liking watercolor paint as well.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, you can do a lot of different things with watercolor.
Yeah.
And your photography is beautiful.
Thank you.
We are not going to show you everything that's on the wall right now because we want you to come in and see the show. But what has been one of your favorite places to go out and do photography? Because you're kind of a landscape, but
Yeah.
also do kind of portraits too, right?
Yeah,
So,
I really like landscape. Probably like the ones where I've been backpacking. Those are a lot of fun. But probably the Salt Flats is where I've taken like some of my best photos of people.
it's so unique to Utah that we have such a great place like that to get out and take photography because, I mean, you see a picture from the Salt Flats, and I don't think there's really anywhere else in the world that looks like, I mean, I'm sure there's more desert, but it's just so pure, pure looking. They're beautiful photographs.
Yeah, thank you.
So, okay, so you've been working for a long time, tried lots of these things. This is where you've landed now, but where do you see your art going? Like, what else would you like to do?
So there is like a project that I'd like to work on because I'm planning, when I graduate early, I'm planning to just travel anywhere that I can. And I've always liked kind of like photographing people and getting their stories and stuff. So I want to photograph just like people's faces and get like some really nice looking photos and then get a story to go along with it. And then in the future, just have like a giant show full of just like hundreds of people from like all over the world and like kind of have their story and their face attached to it.
I want to see that show because you're like me that way. I love a good story, and even looking at the artwork, I love to hear the stories behind it. I want to hear what happened that day when you were there doing that artwork and who was this person. And so those stories just connect you to the artist, it connects you to their artwork.
Yeah.
And that is what you get from coming to an artist reception. Carter's art reception, his artist reception is going to be July 9th. July 9th. And if you come to that, you can hear him talk to you about his artwork and tell you the stories that are involved. And that's just such a great opportunity. If you buy a print from Carter that night, he'll be here to sign it. But it's just really great to meet the artist and see the stories. Now, one of these, like I said, I don't want to zoom in on your artwork and give it away, but it's such a great story. Do you want to tell us about that one?
Yeah, those ones right there.
Do you want me to show it from here?
You can.
Okay, hold on.
Far.
I know, right? Maybe it won't flip around. I'll have to flip it around. Okay, what are you going to tell us about it?
So those ones are probably the more like unique ones out of all of them. So that's a picture of a barn and then the like house that my dad grew up in Corona, South Dakota. And what happened was I decided before I went there it'd be pretty cool to like take some of the wood off of like the barn or somewhere like on his property. And then just to be able to like have frames built out of them or for me to build frames. So I had Flowerstone and Annika helped me to kind of just like put those frames together. So it's the picture of his property and his house, and like the frames are built from wood that's like from his property. And then there's a sprocket, which we didn't know was actually part of his dirt bike when we were...
It's so crazy that you found it all these years later and it was his and connected and had a story that meant something to him.
Yeah.
And you got that on there like that.
Yeah.
That still just blows my mind.
Yeah, and I didn't even know, like when I picked it up, I'm like, all right, this might be kind of cool to attach to it, and then it was...
That's
yeah,
serendipity.
sprocket.
That's what that is. That's cool.
Way cool.
But they're beautiful pictures too.
Mhm.
Like they're just really peaceful
Yeah.
scenes. I love the way the shadows go across the landscape and stuff too. It's really beautifully
Yeah,
done.
it was very cool there. A lot of bugs, but it was cool.
And then you have your piece that won. How far did it go? You were in the reflections contest
Yeah,
painting this
I
year.
think it's just been in, this is the second art show it's been in, but I was in, the district Riverton, or Jordan District Art Show, and it got honorable mention, I think.
Okay.
So, and that's one that was framed here as well.
Well, cool. I think it's going to be something that my art students who come to Flowerstone are going to really like seeing and aspiring to, because they see, they see artists like Judy, who was here last month, that has this lifetime of work, but I think they're going to really relate to you. You know, they can see some of your starting point, they can see, where you're going, and I just think it'll be really fun for us to see, to show an artist that's more emerging into the art market, but with real promise. I like what you're doing.
Yeah, thank you.
Like the photography. So, come in to the artist reception, July 9th, and we're doing that from 5 till
I think it's 6 to
6
8.
to 8.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll be here 6 till 8,
Yep.
and you can come have a cookie and meet Carter, have a drink, hang out, see Flowerstone and what we're about, other things that are going on here. And if you can't come by then, his artwork will be up for the whole month of July. So stop in sometime and take a look.